Water parks are just like Gooning. I don't know how else I could tell it to you. Water parks are just like Gooning. So I went to Cowabunga Bay a couple of days ago and I was thinking, what am I doing? I was sitting in them long ass lines. I was carrying up the balloons up the stairs. And it made me think, this is just like Gooning. If any of you ever went to a water park, you know most of the time you're at a water park, you aren't actually at a water park. You are at the water park to sitting there, sit in those lines, carry the balloons up, and then the last couple bits is you on the slides. But it's the complete opposite for Gooning. If you use the reverse curse technique method that Gojo taught you, because I know most of you guys, you never pay attention in school, so we're going to explain to you this in a JJK fashion. You times a negative to create a positive, which is the reverse curse technique. Now you have boom, you standing in the lines, which is a negative. And then boom, you having to carry up the floaty up the stairs, waiting more lines, which is a negative. And then you get your positive 30-second slide down the water park. That's what it is. Then for Gooning, you have the opposite. You edge, which is a positive. Then you do other stimulating activities that I can't say, which is, again, a positive because you're getting all this dopamine from you seeing all these videos in your face or books, whatever you're into. And then your negative is you getting your thing out. And then you have your 30 seconds of guilt for what you just did. But those are completely the same thing. They're just flipped in the opposite fashion. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, why am I here when I could just be in my house gooning? If I could have to wait 3 hours of my life sitting in a slide just to go and hate my life right after this because the slide wasn't even that fun anyways. The slides there, they were fun as a kid. Okay, but the more times you go to a water park, the more times you go on a roller coaster, it's like, okay, I'm kind of getting used to it. I don't know what to do. By the way, fuck these block messages, bro. Like, I hate David Zuski. But the more times you ride it, it's like the more boring it gets. So I'm riding it, and I've been riding it all my life, just jumping and bouncing on it, right? And it's like, what am I doing? I just waited 3 hours in this line for 30 seconds of my life. That, yeah, it felt good, but now that's it. And I could have done anything else. I could have been riding in the lazy river my entire time. I could have been in the wave pool the entire time trying to talk to some bad bitches. But I wasted my entire 3 hours of my life that I can never get back in a fucking line? No, that's ludicrous. But with gooning, yeah, you could waste 3 hours of your life. They have the same ride at the Cowabunga Bay. They literally have the same ride. But I just wasted 3 hours of my life. But it wasn't. It's the complete opposite. Because while he wasted 3 hours of his life in a slide, hating himself, and for a 30-second dopamine rush, he spends 3 hours of his life loving himself, feeling good, and then a 30 seconds of hating himself from what he just did and how nasty he feels right after it. So it's like if the whole situation is no matter what you do, you're just gonna end up hating yourself for both of those actions, then why not do the one that genuinely makes you feel good for a longer amount of time, which is gooning? Water parks just serve no purpose these days. Like, they're a scam. They're a scam. And to make it even worse, they have all of these bees jumping around. And I know most of you fat asses don't clean your room, and you probably got flies circling around your room. So again, it's another similarity. You might have bees at the water park. You might have flies over there. You might have gooning over here. You might have standing in a line over there. No matter what, it's going to line up. And are you serious? Oh my God, you gotta pay for anything now, man. Life is horrible. World is turning into fucking Arasaka, man. Fuck. But it's no matter what you do, it's just gonna be the same thing. So like I said, you should just do what makes you feel better in the moment. Now I know a lot of you guys are thinking, Spades, you're supposed to go to a water park with your friends. You're not supposed to be a fat ass chud and go to the water park by yourself. And you're probably right. But would you rather edge with your friends or go to the water park with your friends? I'm gonna ask you that question right now. Most of you guys said they want to go and goon with their friends. There is nothing you could do to tell me, hey, I don't want to go and goon with my friends more than I want to go goon. More than I want to go at the water park. Now, if you're like a weirdo, you could go goon at a water park. But all the baddies over here, why are they all naked? Why are they all naked? Whoa, don't. Please, no. Like no matter what I do in life, I just can't have friends. No matter what I do in life, I just can't have friends, bro. Oh my god! And I swear, wasn't this game way funner as a child? Like I played not this game; it was the original one that I played as a child, and it was way funner than this. But like, I guess that's just getting old. But also, it's my birthday today, guys. So if you guys could give me a happy birthday and tell me, hey, you actually serve a purpose in life. Hey, you actually mean something, then okay. Okay. But I don't really have anything else to say besides that. Like if you go to a water park, I just don't respect you as a human being. Like genuinely, you could go do anything else with your life. Like you could go put it all on black right now. I would rather you go and gamble than go to a water park. Now, I'm not going to endorse gambling. I'm not going to go and say that, hey, maybe you should go gamble because you could lose all your money and then just be a loser for the rest of your life, right? But but when you're at the water park, all you do is lose money, look at unattractive girls or men, whatever you're into. If you're into that, me personally, I don't go to the water park to look at girls. So I got in an argument with this guy. He says, nah, bro, if you're not going to the water park to go talk to baddies and look at girls' butt, you're weird, bro. You might be on the down low. And I'm looking at him straight in his face and I'm like, bro, are you a pervert, bro? Are you a pervert? They don't need to go there and need you basically stalking them, bro. Like, are you okay in the head? Are you okay in the head, bro? Just because a girl, listen, this is off topic, but just because a girl is wearing a skin tight suit does not mean you can go and goon to the girl with your eyes, bro. Now, if she genuinely is flirting with you and you could tell, like, okay, maybe she do want me to goon to her, which most of the time you should like confirm that she actually does want you to do that. But let's say hypothetically, you genuinely have proof, then okay. But most of the time, bro, they don't want you gooning to them, bro. Bro, you're so weird, bro. Move out the way. Like, god damn. They don't want you gooning to them. So if you're going to the water park to go goon and looking at girls, you genuinely are a loser. I cannot respect you, and I don't want to do anything with you. Like that, this doesn't even need to be an argument. This isn't a debate. If you genuinely do this, you are a weirdo. You need to get stopped immediately. Some people on this earth genuinely gotta go. You are one of those people. I'm not joking. This is not rage bait. You have to go. Damn, she a baddie. Wait, that's a kid. That's a kid. That's a kid. I'm tweaking, bro. That's a kid, bro. Oh my god. Let me get back on topic, man. I'm just fucking yapping. So hypothetically, right? Let's say you go to the water park at 9 a.m. in the morning. I don't remember when they opened, but let's say they open at 9 a.m. You drive to the water park. That's like a 30-minute drive. Then you gotta go find parking. And most of the time, you're not going to find front seat parking or VIP parking unless you pull up exactly when they open and nobody's there. But then if you do that, then it's going to be a traffic rush, right? Okay. Then, let's say hypothetically, you do go there, you do escape the traffic rush, right? Then you still got to go and find the parking because now all the other cars are there. So you got to go all the way to the back, okay? Then in the back seat, in the back, you have to go still. Get out your car. Walk all the way to the front. You got to let the guy search your bag. Boom. So you just spent already an hour even getting inside the water park. It's not like you just can wake up and automatically decide, hey, I'm going to the water park. No, you have to go and do all of this extra work just to get to the water park. Then, after you do all that, which again was already an hour, you wait. Now, let's describe gooning. You go, and let's say you use whatever substances you use. You get your substance, you find your video. Then you get whatever other things you use. I'm not gonna say them on. I can't say those words, but I'm just gonna. You can imagine whatever you use. So maybe at maximum that's 20 minutes preparation. Then you go and you start gooning. So that's already 1 hour to 20 minutes. You can see the similarities already because you just have 1 hour and 20 minutes just to do the same thing, which is stand in line and have your dopamine rushes. And overall, like this ain't rage bait or nothing. I think all water parks should just get shut down. Because when you genuinely just think about it, like using pure logic, bro, Water parks are just scams and time consumers. Like people are wanting to feel FOMO, and it's like, oh my god, it's summer. Since it's summer, I need to go to a water park, guys. I need to go and show my body and flirt with or like go to the water with all my friends or whatever they're thinking in their head. And that's all it is. It's not actually providing any substance to society. I swear to God, after you do that one water park trip, you are going to be done for the entire year, unless you buy a season pass. But if you buy a season pass, you're an idiot, because that only is really going to be valuable if you go to the water park at least like 3 times a week. But then if you go to a water park 3 times a week, then it's not going to be fun anymore because you already rode all the rides and it's just useless. Because, yeah, you might be able to go to the water park 3 times a week, but if you've already experienced everything at the water park, then it's just no point. So then the only other thing you can really go do at that water park is go flirt with girls or talk to girls or bring friends. That's it. At the water park, you're going to go talk to your homeboy. Hey, bro, pull up, pull up. Talk to this fine chick, pull up, pull up. And that's going to be your whole existence. And then if you're going to the water park just to talk to girls, then that you could have literally just gone outside and talked to a girl. So there was physically no point of you going to do that. But with gooning, bro, oh my God. Every time you goon, you could use a different video. Every time you goon, you could go and talk to a single. You can talk to people if you want to. You can pay people to do single chats. So only it's gonna be you and them in those chats and nobody else, right? So now it automatically feels exclusive. It can be different every single time you do it, and you're gonna feel like you actually belong. It's not the same as when you go to a water park and you have the same 16 rides that you're gonna automatically do on your first or second trip there. And you will never, ever be able to run out of goon material. Never be able to run out of goon material, dude. No matter what, it's been around probably before some of you guys were even born. So if you guys are around, yeah, it was. We're not even just talking about digital. There's comics, books, newspaper, all of that. This been around before you were guys born. There is so much material that you could consume that you will never get bored of it unless you genuinely just watch the same material 8 different times in a row. In a row. So as you can see, with all the evidence I just provided with you guys, I think it's pretty easy to say that yeah, while gooning and water parks are pretty similar, gooning is just always going to be better. There is physically no reason for you to ever, and I mean ever, choose to go to a water park instead of going to goon, unless you're really just a LARPing incel or foid who just wants attention. Genuinely. If you actually are a high value individual, you're gonna go goon, you're gonna go hate your life, and then you're gonna go and love yourself right after. And you might think that, hey, maybe I'm rage baiting. Maybe I'm just mad because I have to carry this floaty up. And yeah, maybe I am. Like, I swear to God, some of you guys are going to die in them water parks. You can die from beating your meat too much. Oh my God. I shouldn't have said that word. Gotta cut that out. You can die from gooning too much. But that's if you goon to a severe amount consistently, daily, over and over and over again. But from a water park, let's say it's a little too hot for you. And you was carrying this floaty and all this, and it was too many guys blocking your path. Cause it's kind of gay too. Like, no, I know it's Pride Month. I support gays. I support LGBTQ and anything in it. I literally have a friend that dates a guy. Okay, I'm fine with people who are LGBTQ. But if you are a straight male and you go to a water park, you might genuinely be on the down low because you're seeing all these men and I know I just told you not to look at these girls and you might say I'm a hypocrite, but there's a difference between your eyes are going to look, right? So even if you don't want to look, you're going to unconsciously see some of these men shirtless and you're going to be walking around all these shirtless men. And I'm starting to think that maybe you just like shirtless men and that's okay. But if you could go at home, you could go goon and you could be perfectly fine. And there's a big difference between, bro. Am I bugged? Oh no, it's just slowest, bro. I hate rides like this. This is the whole reason why this whole video starts. This ride sucks. It loses all the adrenaline over the third spin around. What is the point of the bro? Just get me out of here, bro. Oh my god, this ride is atrocious. Oh my god, bro. Hey, get me in. Get me in. No. And it's like you just seeing all these shirtless men. Maybe I'm thinking one of you guys might be on the down low. No, I know some of you guys are just probably bringing your partners there, and you're having a good time. But it's also like, yeah, man, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And my final point is, like I was saying before I got on a little side tangent, you're gonna go around all these men. It's gonna be hot, and you might need a cup of water. You're gonna be carrying these floaties up these stairs, and there's a chance you just have a heat stroke. And while you could die from going in too much, you can easily die from a heat stroke because it's you want to go to a water park when it's like 100 degrees. So like the heat and the water they balance each other out. But if you're not built for it and you get to kick the bucket, then it's just raps, bro. It's just rap, and there was physically nothing you could have done about it. But all right, guys, I'm done with this video. Can I get a happy birthday, guys? I literally this video was uploaded mad late. It's gonna have no editing in it. I'm probably not even gonna censor most of the things I said in this video, mainly because I genuinely was not gonna upload today. Like today is my birthday. I was planning on just sitting in my room all day, probably sleeping, maybe going to a party, whatever. But then I was like, hey, I gotta upload, blah 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 blah, and I had to get in, get ready and shit. But goodbye, guys. Love you guys. See you.